Did I or did I not say I was gonna come back and keep doing videos like this? Here I am. Today I have my eyebrows on. This isn't a makeup tutorial. I just thought like, while I'm getting ready to do a TikTok tutorial, I might as well come on here and just talk while I do my makeup. So, my hair is like this because I'm training some regrowth to go to the correct side. Eyebrows are already on because that's going to take too long for the tutorial. This lighting is horrible, so don't mind my skin. Sorry, I thought my son was calling me. It's all like overhead weird lighting and it like defines every bad angle. Literally the fucking minute I start recording myself after having a quiet house for like an hour, I hear a mom. This is why I never film anything. But anyway, I am just doing my makeup now because people have been wanting a makeup tutorial for the green makeup I had in one of my TikToks. And I'm like, it takes forever because I have kids and it's colorful, so it gets messy. But whatever, I'm just going to do the face makeup right now. Every fucking time I come back in here to record again, I hear a mom. This is why. Like, people don't think when they decide that they want a bunch of kids, because they kind of decide it like in the baby stage or the toddler stage, but it never ends. Like, every time I deal with one kid, I get a mom. Imagine if I had 3 or more. I would never have time for anything, and I already don't have time for shit. But it's whatever. My daughter had an accident and I had to go help her. So let's see if I can get through the foundation. Okay. This lighting's horrible, so it's making everything look horrible. My skin is really bad. In the mirror, it doesn't even look like all these spots. You cannot see this in the mirror, so I don't know why it's like that. It's probably just the camera on here, but I'm getting all these little like stupid mask breakouts. Just fucking get vaccinated so we don't have to wear masks anymore. This, I think, I want to say it was from my period because I just ended my period, but I actually think it's from apple cider vinegar because it did a rinse, I guess is what they call it. Half apple cider vinegar with the mother, half water. I sprayed my scalp for 2 different days, let it sit for like 20-30 minutes and then rinsed it out. And some of it, like when I was spraying it in the hairline area, got on my face, and I think my face was just freaking out from that. So yeah, don't use it for your skin. I used to back in the day before I had like anything that would work on my acne, and it just made it worse. But it cleared up my scalp because my scalp freaks out, especially when I'm stressed out. And I thought I had like scalp psoriasis or psoriasis of the scalp, which I don't know, I may have because the doctor looked at it and tried to prescribe me something. But the pharmacy here is so crazy that it's literally like for everyone, no matter what kind of medication you have. I don't know about how refills go, but for new prescriptions, it's like 3 hours to wait. It's like an hour and a half to wait in line just to tell them like, hey, I'm here because someone put in a prescription for me. And then like an hour or more when you get told like, okay, just go wait and we'll call you up when your medication is done. So I never filled that, and it was only like a week that I didn't get it filled because I was like, oh, you know, like my ADHD medication is going to be put in soon. I'll just get all that at once because I don't have 2 separate like full fucking days to sit at the pharmacy because you can't just drop it off and go. Now they're changing it to where you can. But like they wanted you to fucking stay in the hospital lobby for the entire day, like 3 hours. And a lot of people have children who cannot be just expected to sit and wait. Like I felt so bad seeing all the other parents with kids. I was lucky that my kids are school aged and I just went by myself, but it still fucking sucked. Like I had a headache and I got really dizzy because I forget to eat in the morning until my body is like, bitch, you better eat. So it started doing that and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Got a headache and I was like, oh, probably from no caffeine and from being dehydrated because I just forgot to start drinking because I went as soon as I dropped the kids off from school, and I didn't get out of there until like 12. But that day was late start, so it was like 9 to 12 that I was there. And when I was waiting for my prescription after I told them I was there, in like the 3rd hour, I started getting dizzy. And I'm like, oh bitch, I'm famished. So I got up there. When I had asked about my prescription, they were like, oh, all we have is your ADHD medicine. And I was like, what? And I mean, like, I never have an attitude with anyone, like, when it comes to that kind of stuff. I was just, in my head, I was like, what the fuck, bitch? But I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna get whatever is available for me. So I'm thinking, like, oh, these bitches, like, expire your prescription if you don't pick it up by a certain date with that kind of fucked up system here? Like, what if we had to get a babysitter for our kids? Like, what? I mean, there's just so much that could go on that, like, calls for people to be able to, like, or that calls for people to have to wait until a certain day to come pick up their prescription, because we know we're gonna have to sit all day. Not everyone has like that day to schedule out. I'm lucky that I work from home, but sometimes like working from home doesn't make it much easier because the program I use for my computer or for work only works on my computer. I can do simple things, but like at full capacity, I need it, you know, I need my desktop. So, and then also the hospital has horrible service. Some places in the hospital, you don't have service at all. And so I was surprised on the level that I was at. I actually had cell service. So I was able to email for work during that time. So I did get some stuff done. But anyway, I don't have the prescription for my psoriasis because they're like, oh, she never picked it up. Okay, never mind. She doesn't need it. I literally told them, I was like, oh no, I haven't picked it up yet because like I'm gonna kill 2 birds in 1 stone. And my doctor was like, yeah, that's smart. But then the pharmacy was like, no bitch, nice try. So I had to try. I saw a TikTok where they said if you have like dandruff or anything like that with your scalp, apple cider vinegar cut in half, like I'm a drug dealer, should work because it like kills off the fungus if there's like a fungus problem, which obviously could be caused by like not drying your hair before doing like updos, or just not like drying it immediately after you get out of the shower or whatever. And then also it can like fix the pH levels. I don't really know the science of it, but all I know is that I tried it one day and I was like, I don't really think this is working, because I had like red patches with flakes on them. That's why I thought it was psoriasis, because it's not like all over. It's kind of, what the fuck is going on with my throat? Bitch, no. No. Return to sender. Nice fucking try. Return to sender. Anyway, I don't even know what I was saying. It didn't really work, but like I just had red patches, and on those red patches were like flakes, I guess, and I was like obsessively scratching at them or like picking at them, and it was bad, and like I was making my scalp bleed. So I was like, Head and Shoulders doesn't work. This is not just dandruff, like this is like a condition or something. And I was pissed because I didn't have the psoriasis thing or whatever. But I did the spray, and then I used Nizoral for like, I guess it's an antifungal. I'm trying to defeat it in whatever way I can, and it didn't really work. I was just like, fuck, just leave your scalp alone then. And then the next day I did the spray again, and I left it in a lot longer, and I literally saturated my scalp, and my hair was like soaking wet from like the apple cider vinegar water mix. And then I rinsed it out, didn't wash it out, literally just rinsed it, and then like blow dried my hair immediately. And that day and the next day I was like, oh, this shit kind of works. And then I think yesterday I just kind of like touched up in certain areas when I showered and wanted to actually wash my hair. And today I'm like, oh my God, there's like nothing. Like there's a little bit, but like on those red patches, if I lift up my hair, it's not like I can feel like something going on. I have to actually like try and look and try and scratch at it, which I'm like, no bitch, if there's nothing going on there, like let that shit heal, don't touch it. I need to do my nails again too, because I have like a bad picking problem when I have my natural nails, because it allows you to dig better, and when I have my long fake nails, I can't do anything, so I don't like stress my skin or scalp out. So anyway, all that to say, apple cider vinegar, half and half with water, works for just about anything. Like if you just can't figure out what's going on with your scalp. Also, I've noticed like my hair literally feels stronger and healthier, but I don't know. Yeah, so I got apple cider vinegar on my face on accident a few times, and that's why I probably freaked out. My skin was fine till my period, until I started, I don't know, sometimes if I wear makeup and my mask, I start breaking out. When I don't wear makeup and I wear a mask, I don't really break out. But it's depressing not wearing makeup, so I'm fucking sick of these masks. But I'm not an anti-masker to the point where like I won't wear a mask, or I'm like, no mask mandates. Like I believe in the mask mandates, but only because these vaccine mandates are not hurrying the fuck up and people are still fucking around. And I just need everyone to like get rid of this virus together so we don't have to wear masks. Yeah, but I am vaccinated, no doubt about it. I'm just annoyed because I want to have my makeup without it getting messed up. That's it. That's the only reason I don't want to wear a mask, okay? I'm just tired of dealing with them, not in the Republican way or the this is going against my freedom way. No, thank you. I didn't even say what I was using. Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the dewy one, but I think this is the one that kind of makes me break out a little bit. My eyebrows look a little heavy right now, but I'll comb them out and stuff after I do the eye look. I just needed like something because I don't have a lot of time on TikTok camera. As you know, they give you a max of 3 minutes, but like even with 3 minutes, people get bored. I just went and made the kids something to eat so they can stop with the mom because it's getting close to bedtime anyway. I'm trying to think like what can I do off camera for the TikTok that won't really make a difference. Foundation, eyebrows. I guess just taking foundation off my lips. So just get a Q-tip. Normally I do this with like makeup remover, but I run out of makeup remover so fast because I feel like it doesn't work on waterproof. I use waterproof mascara, and yeah, I just waste so much makeup remover. Okay, so that's that for now. Oh, you know what I can do? I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but my husband always says like, don't let me expose you to your fans, but I use Root Touch-Up Powder. This is Clairol. I think it's like 10 bucks. Because I have all this regrowth and postpartum hair loss. I've made a video like on my Instagram back in the day. I'm using Dip Brow, and I just fill in my hairline. For that reason, and also because I feel like my hair looks gray sometimes when I do my foundation. I'm in the front because I get foundation on it. And yeah, take this off. Oh my gosh. Here goes some hair breakage from the stupid ass barrette. Bitch, return to sender. Oh my god. What the fuck? Literally, it's okay. It's okay. Because I already know it's being returned to the sender, so. Yeah. I have like, also, I think because of how much I like pick at my scalp and stuff, I fuck with my hair regrowth, like once it's starting to grow. Yeah, so I gotta fill that in. And you know what also did it was that fucking Revlon 2-in-1 or 3-in-1, whatever the fuck it was, hair styler that's like a blow dryer and a comb. That started giving me like breakage up here. I don't use it anymore. I haven't used it in like months, probably almost a year now, but the breakage was really bad from that. So, or maybe I have used it, I don't know, I can't remember, but I saw a TikTok about it and then I was like, yeah, my breakage is a lot worse than the postpartum hair loss. Ooh, okay, and then I'll just like I can't comb that out. Okay, and then just get a spoolie, and like if it looks too obvious and too harsh on the edges, you just kind of spoolie it out. And there. Because look, my regrowth is crazy. It's like, if you saw my post with Macklemore, you could see, oh, well, maybe, I don't know if I posted that photo, but from the side, like, come on, look at these gaps right here. But everywhere else seems to be fine because my hair is still thick. Okay. So I guess I will come right back after I do the makeup look on TikTok. Okay, so I totally forgot to come back after the look was done, but wait. This is what my hair, oh God, my bed is not made. This is what my hair looks like. I had curlers in it and everything. Yeah, it's kind of a mess right now because I was lying down, but yeah. Okay, I noticed that this green eyeshadow goes down more, but my eyes are like crooked anyway. So basically my lipstick and lip gloss is gone. But yeah, this is like what I did. Okay, showing better here. God, I wish the camera was like right here, not over here. Do I have any mocos? I hope not. But yeah, basically I just did my makeup on camera. It's really hard doing it on TikTok because it's 3 minutes, but like, I don't know, I feel like 3 minutes goes by super fast when you have to like click. I have to edit the videos still. God, this is really bothering me. This eye is definitely smaller than this eye. And I have to do the eyeshadow a little bit higher. Yeah, so I'm going to post that tutorial. And then Skylar came home after I curled my hair and took my pictures and like did the videos and stuff. But I was thinking like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with these layers in my hair? And then I had seen this girl, she had used like those Velcro rollers after she used a big barrel curling iron. And I was like, huh, let me see if that works. And that's how I was able to get like voluminous hair. So I'm like, because I already had the Velcro rollers, of course. So I just kind of like used the curling iron, curled it under, and then like held the curl and let it cool in the Velcro. And it works. So that's definitely my new go-to easy hairstyle. My brows look kind of good today because I like redid them myself. What else did I do? I made a TikTok. Oh, I kind of always talk about this, but I made a TikTok and I figure I'll just talk about it here. I was saying that like people don't want to be parents, and I'm not saying everyone, but I've noticed mostly millennials, Gen Z, either it's like they have noticed that they have a moco. Nope, it's just my hairs. Okay, either they've noticed that like, okay, maybe my parents shouldn't have had kids or all these kids because they definitely didn't provide for us, like, emotionally, or maybe it's financially. And so that made them think, like, okay, well, I'm not going to have fucking kids and bringing them into this world because I have a lot to work on and I don't think it's right to bring a kid. So either they have that view, which I get. I'm kind of like half and half with that. I didn't initially want kids, and then when I had my first, I was like, okay, well, maybe I want kids in a different way. And so I intentionally only had 2 kids and tied my tubes. And I'm so fucking glad I did that because we've already talked about it. Like, you know, kids need a lot of attention and they have a lot of emotional needs that need to be met, and they need a lot of patience from their parents. And you just can't be all of that if you have a ton of kids. It is very difficult and takes a lot of time trying to remind yourself to be patient when this happens or that happens or whatever. Like, my daughter peed on my couch and that fucking infuriates me. Not because it's her fault. It's just because that's just another mess I have to clean up, and like, it's the couch, dude. Like, people are gonna smell that, and it's a long process to get out, and you could probably never really get it out. But that's not her fault. I saw that she was upset, and I kept having to reassure her that, like, hey, you're a kid. It's not even a mistake that you made. Like, you were asleep. How would you know that you were peeing? And I had to tell her that, like, her bladder hasn't developed, and that's why kids have accidents sometimes. And I was like, hey, mama peed the bed on and off until I was like 12. And that's not something she should get in trouble for, right? But like, my parents, I got in trouble for that shit. And a lot of other people probably did. And it's just because our parents were out here having kids. And that's it. Just fucking having kids and not being intentional about the kids that they were having. So I was like, all right, 2 kids. I'm going to try and do my best by them. I'm going to try and unpack and unlearn the things that I was raised believing incorrectly. So I'm kind of like half and half, right? So I do have kids, but I keep in mind that, like, our parents fucked up by just having a bunch of kids. Millennials and Gen Z have kind of like collectively been like, yeah, we're not fucking having kids. And I feel like our parents, with all those kids and low-key neglecting them, may have been the reason for this. Because I've noticed, like, a lot of friends and people online who are younger than me are like, yeah, I'm not having kids. But then there are these other parents who are like my age and a little bit older who I've noticed, like, are obsessed with having kids, and they don't even seem to like being a parent. And if they do, it's like social media. It's like their whole identity. And I obviously speak about that too. It's like, you are more than just a parent. Which is why I'm like, don't have all these fucking kids, because you still need time to be yourself outside of being a parent. But like, there was this lady on TikTok who was like, I work 60 hours a week and my nanny quit because she doesn't agree with our parenting. And she says that her husband works 60 hours a week too. So they're not hurting for money. Basically, they can afford another kid because they can afford a nanny, but she was so upset by, like, the nanny not agreeing with her lifestyle, and everyone's like, well, what is it, whatever, and she's not really saying it, but people like myself are like, okay, well, we don't blame the nanny, because, like, 60 hours a week of the nanny raising your kids, like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's not to shame a working mom, because, like, I always wanted to be a working mom, but then it's like, 60 hours a week for both parents to not be a part of your children's lives. Like, that's a lot. I know it requires a lot financially to raise kids. Like, I get that. I'm a stay-at-home mom. But there are some sacrifices. There are a lot of financial sacrifices that I have to make in order to give my kids what they deserve. Like, I don't know. I just, right? So, but I was saying, like, she's got to deal with whatever card she was dealt in whatever way she can. I get it. But then this bitch was saying that she wanted to have a third kid. And the only reason that she's like not having a third kid is because her nanny just quit on her. Why the fuck do you think it's okay to have 2 kids that you're already gone from for like 60 hours a week? Same with your spouse. I could see if like one parent worked a lot and the other one stayed home. It doesn't matter who, because you could still kind of give them that attention. But like, your nanny is raising your kids that you have now. And who knows, maybe you were a stay-at-home parent when you had them and then just you had to work. Like, I get it. But why would you add to that? Why would you split that pie? Because she was telling people, oh no, like I would not be a stay-at-home mom. I'd just go back to work. Like, why the fuck are you having a third child or thinking about having a third child just to dump it on a nanny? I'm very glad that that nanny quit on her before, because now she's like, yeah, I'm not having a third kid just because, you know, the whole nanny situation. Girl, what? Like, what? And that's what I realized. I'm like, another child does not benefit her in any way, considering everything that she's complaining about in her current situation. I was like, oh, no. She doesn't want to be a parent. She just wants a baby. And then it clicked. All these people with a bunch of kids, people I know in my personal life too, who complain about like their spouse not helping and these kids driving them crazy, blah, 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 and are always announcing that they're having another baby. They're just wanting babies. They're just having babies. They're not being parents. They don't want to be parents. They just want to have babies. And I've noticed that this is a pattern because it's like clockwork, you know? They have their first baby, great, and then their baby gets to like the toddler stages and they start thinking about having another baby. Or like me, I did it right after, but I knew, like, once I had a baby, I wanted them close together and then be done. So when my son was 6 months old, I got pregnant with my daughter intentionally because I wanted to raise them together and have that bond. But these people will have their first, and then either it gets out of the baby stages and goes to the toddler stages, or it gets out of the toddler stages and they're like, okay, this is fucking boring. I want another baby. They have another baby. Cool. It's still only 2 kids. I think 2 kids is perfect because I have never liked only children. They are very needy. Even if they're independent, they are needy. Their parents are needy. It's like, oh, well, they have friends and cousins. And it's like, okay, well, why are you putting that on your friends and cousins? Like, people who grew up with siblings do understand the importance of personal space, alone time, all that, because you have your sibling in your face or in your space and you're just like, okay, I need a break. You go do your thing. If you only have one sibling, you have the space to go do your thing. And if you have a bunch of them, it drives you crazy. Like, I hated having a bunch of siblings for that reason. And then if you don't have any siblings at all, like only children, they don't really fucking know how to read the room. And most only children that I've come across, sweethearts, but like kind of annoy me because like even with my husband, he was raised as an only child and he fucking annoys me because it's like they don't get it. They don't get when the people in your house or when other people are like trying to hint at just wanting to be left alone. Like, shut the fuck up. Don't talk to me anymore. I need my mental peace. They don't get that because there isn't anyone to annoy them throughout their childhood in that way. Like, parents are always going to be busy with something, so parents will give them like their space naturally, and only children will never be like, oh my God, leave me alone, unless they have like overbearing parents, right? Usually it's the only children who won't shut the fuck up and leave the parents alone and are always wanting attention from adults or other kids when they come around and stuff. And so, God, my husband gets on my nerves because I always tell him like, okay, you're annoying me like my brothers used to annoy me. Like, I want my own space. I want my own room. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I am not a fan of only children, and I've been that way since like before I had my own kids. And then I used to think that having a bunch of kids was good until I really got to raise my kids and they got older, and I was like, you know what? No, kids deserve more than this. And you just can't have your sanity if you have to split it between a bunch of people, because you're not just splitting it between yourself and your spouse. It's yourself, your spouse, and whatever kids you have. And it's just like just doing homework with my kids at night is like, jeez, you know? So yeah, they're just collecting babies. Like, that's what it is. They get bored after their baby is no longer a baby and they add another fucking one. And then it seems all perfect and dandy, and like a lot of them maybe plan to have a bunch of kids, which is fine. Not fine in my book. But like some people think, no, I purposely wanted a bunch of kids. But they never allowed themselves the time to actually like raise kids and understand what it took to raise kids, because they're just going from baby to baby to baby to baby. It doesn't always get easier once they're out of the baby stages. Once they start having conversations and their own feelings, and well, they have their own feelings, but like, you know, once they're able to express their own feelings, and you're dealing with people, more people in your family, in your household that you have to get along with and work with, basically. They're not going to stay babies forever. And I feel like you don't fully understand this until your kids are out of those baby and toddler stages. And if you're just popping out babies every time someone hits the toddler stage, it's going to be like 10 years in before you start realizing, oh fuck, what the fuck did I get myself into? Because I have never known anyone come from a family of like 3 or more who didn't have issues like that. The only family I know, and they may have issues, are like my cousins. They're like the most perfect family ever. They're 3 boys, and I mean, even the youngest, yeah. Like, someone's going to fall through the cracks at some point or another, because there's only 2 parents if you're a 2-parent household. And then probably worse if single-parent household, but like, there are only 2 people, and 2 people can only handle so much. And so I feel like 1 per parent is perfect, you know? I mean, do your thing. I'm just thinking about it. Like, a lot of people are like, no. But like, I like to, you know, be realistic about shit. And yeah, I don't know what I was saying, but I guess I will stop this video here.